Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, Jesus Christ. Thank you, Holy Ghost. And as I continue this wonderful journey of downloading this massive amount of income from the Floodgates of Glory, all these things that I'm putting up today on these videos, it can only happen because of the grace of God. In the last 7 years, I guess, I've been in prison. And while in prison, in Australian prison in Victoria, great things that I had encountered while in prison. And of course, one of those momentous occasions was when I had a dream that I saw, God showed himself, his face to me, and also took my hand, and he said, "Son, take my hand, we're going places." And I'm just going through those motions. And that was in 2017, of course, to show you that these things that I have today are not of me. They are from the Almighty God. So what's this picture I'm showing in front of you is because I got this from a exercise book, which suggests at this point of time that we are in this category where we have a look at the big numbers. I don't know when the 10th started, when the 100,000, the millions, and of course we're in the age of billions or billionaires, if you like, or trillions. Now, those are massive amount of numbers, and God revealed these to me while I was in prison, and that's the reason why I'm showing you these before we go to the next phase of actually downloading that sort of amount of money into my bank account. Only because God had showed it to me, he's blessed it, and he's got an open node for me to download it, and it comes through also another form of revelation called a Floodgate of Glory. I know it may sound hokey pokey and religious, but it don't matter. Now, you're already seen for evidence where I got these realities from. Nothing new. And of course, if you have a look at this big numbers, we're in the age of deca, hecto, kilo, mega, giga, and tera. These are in terms of computer language, I think. But at the same token, while we're talking about computers, amazing things that we're already sort of encountering or enjoying with computers are many, many factors. And of course, cryptocurrencies is one of those wonderful things. Thank God. So I'm going to show you another picture. And this particular picture, look for it. Here we go. It's called a vision board. And if you have a look at my vision board here, it shows a huge massive income. I drafted this up when I got out of prison in August 2022. Today's date is the 19th of March 2023, and on the 24th it'll be my birthday. And you can relate some of these amazing things that's happening right now, also in conjunction that my 64th birthday coming up. Now, that vision board, and I do encourage anybody who wants something big in their life, get yourself a vision board. Now, this vision board sits at the foot of my bed, so every morning when I get up, I see this vision board. And again, in 7 months after drafting this vision board up, that big huge income that you see in there, and it was reached, that huge number you see now, 500 million US dollar income, it's been reached, thanks be to God. And that amount of money, I'm going to show you, I am reinvesting that whole amount, make lots more money. So let's go through the process of that action. Now, we're going to trade with Bitcoin. Oh, something was happening there. There was a lot of action. Anyway, I'm going to go up. I'm going to go 300 seconds. And I'm going to invest all that income that I just made, 500 million. 300 seconds, according to this wonderful app, I will get 100% my investment activated. There we go. So you're seeing a live action of a miracle. These are not the works of my hands. These are the promises of God that he showed me while I went on that big round journey in Australia and Victoria. Now, one day you'll probably hear me tell that story, full story, how I ended up in that process. It was a process. It wasn't a jail term. And of course, while in prison, I didn't see prison. I saw a holiday camp for the elite. Elite means people that needs adjusting of their habits maybe, or their mindset, because the place they were put in the modern prison like Victoria, Australia, is no prison. It actually costs around about 120, I think, $1,000 a year for the Australian taxpayers keep or house one person who is called a prison in the prison. So you can imagine, $120,000 Australian, it's about 3 times more than what an average person paid in real life. So you can imagine then, those who end up in prison are well taken care of at that large amount of income just to house them. So took that into notion that I was not in prison, that I was in a holy ground, holy place. And of course, that proved to be exactly what it is. So earlier in this video, God showed me his face, took my hand and said, son, take my hand, we're going places. And you're seeing some of these reality because God is in my life at this present time. In this video right now, like this investment that I've done, the actual goal that I was actually trying to achieve came through another revelation through this whole process that before I went into jail. That revelation of earning of US $500 million is actually recorded on the internet in regards to what I was charged. So what that number was showing that news, now that it is a public news, I just took that into notion and said, I'm going to take ownership of that because it is in my name. So I just lived on that reflection that God has given me that sort of vision. And of course, that vision has become a reality in 2022, just about Friday last week. And again, today's date is the 19th of March 2023. And 7 days later, I'm going to show in a moment how much this account has accumulated so far. You might think otherwise. You might think it's a scam or bullshit. It's up to you. That's your choice. But to me, it's a real fact of life. When you have the Almighty God with you, things happen in your life. Testimony, I guess, is what's happening, but it's happening in my life. So I'm recording this to show that people, the Almighty God that people talks about, he's real. I think to a certain degree, people like in Illuminati, I think it was called. This is just what I've seen on the news. I don't know to specify if it's true or not. They actually controls a few things around in life. That's what I hear. The Illuminati are people who believe wholly in this God that I'm sharing with you right now, that can bless people beyond, normal, what we call life. As I record these momentous occasions, I'm not doing it just to boast or anything. I just wanted to show people that the God that people go to church to worship, he is true. He's a living God, very, very rich God. His riches is infinite. And by you looking now at these numbers that I'm accumulating, investing $500 million, 300 seconds, receive 100%, it's nothing than a miracle. Of course, everybody would love this sort of lottery win in their life. And bear in mind, since I just said lottery winners are people who have deserved their win. This is very similar to what I'm just showing. I just saw last night, I think, Elon Musk, one of the richest person in this life. I saw on paper, he's worth around about 180 million US dollars. So if I show you a glimpse of what this account holds now, give you a bit of an idea how much sort of money this account is accumulating. Go through another process and reinvest another $500 million. Go down this time, click on the timer, click on the amount of money I'm going to invest. Now, this money that I'm investing, as I said, it was my original income. So what I'm doing is pumping that original income into the system, and the system pays me 100% because that's what the system says. Now, I have to be a fool not to take advantage of this opportunity, and I'm taking advantage of it. And again, this account was only traded last Friday, 7 days later, 8 days now anyway, and you're seeing the huge amount of money. So I'm going to activate this next trade, and that's we're waiting for this next trade. Let me take you back into what was called vision board. And a vision board, it's really just your idea. There's no limitation to humans' ideas. Freedom to do so, that's ours. We own that. And if you're afraid to write up your own creative ideas, then you alone is the one missing it. It's like you are God, you create your own vision board the way you want things in your future. Nobody controls that except you. That's the power of the vision board. And the vision board doesn't have to be the same as mine. You also, I don't know, have babies, I guess, or have a beautiful home, learn how to play a guitar. Entirely up to you. It is your choice. And that's the freedom we got today. And this is my opportunity, and I took the opportunity, of course, and wrote it up on this notice board only 7 months ago. And of course, reality is that this vision board has caused also the reality that you are seeing right now with this processes that I'm going through, downloading something like I have also showed you, reflection. Well, isn't she beautiful? It's one of these beautiful ladies that somehow God has put before me, and hopefully great things, maybe babies in the near future. With anyway, going back to what we were talking about, the reality of what I'm talking about, as I said, it's nothing of my own imagination. These numbers already exist today in our time of life that I'm putting before you. There are billionaires right now, and I don't know if there's trillion companies. I am certainly heading up towards those numbers in reflections than what you saw that moment of investing $500 million in 300 seconds. I'm not encouraging you you to go and do this. I'm just sharing this as a great evidence that what I'm really just chasing is what already exists. And that's the power of also desires. If you want something so big and if you see it already exist, just go for it. I mean, what stops us? Nothing should stop us from dreaming, from fantasizing, from desiring something bigger than ourselves. Again, if I become one of the first trillionaire in this lifetime, it's not to boast. It is because it's what I desired. And if I see something that's tangible, just like what these numbers are showing now anyway, and I'm going to go for it because it's already in existence. It may not be in existence in your life, but according to documents like you see before you, it already exists. And I don't necessarily have to meet somebody who's a trillionaire. I just look at these things that already exist and say, oh, I'd like some of that, and have some children. But anyway, going back here, this is, as I said, the vision board, the vision that I saw while I was in prison, the ideas that I have gathered together to realize, oh, what's stopping me from reaching such momentous, life-changing income, for example. Traded in 7 days and already reached $50 billion US in my account is nothing more than a miracle. I'm recording it, as I said, as clear evidence that dreams, goals, desires, prayers, of course, they are real. You just got to take advantage of it and use it. Most people, for example, will look at prayer and be in disrepute from it. You know, they hate it. Yet, it's your own word, for Christ's sakes, that you're going to be saying in prayer. You're not going to say prayer from my word. It's your own mouth. It's going to speak the words like I'm speaking to you. But we call it prayer. It is crazy and stupid not to say something nice about yourself. It's called praying. They call it these days self-motivation and whatever. But in fact, the reality, it was already designed called prayer. Prayer means you're saying something that nobody else could hear except this whole universe, or if you wish, I call him God, is listening, because see, God is a spirit. And if you don't pray, you're really not taking advantage of a powerful tool you have in your tongue. It's what comes out of your mouth that you are praying. And to ignore that, you're ignoring your purpose in life, to enjoy what you really desire. It doesn't matter what people want, this is yours. And if you don't take ownership of what we are given, that's a tool that was given to us a long time ago, for prayer, you're missing out. You're certainly missing out. And if you don't take this moment, like say, do your vision board, you're also going to miss out. Because the reality in real life, nobody gets what they want unless you really, really desire it and see it every day, think about it every day, pray about it every day, looking at it every day, and you get exactly those things. I practice things these days also called, I want to go shopping. Before I leave the house, I'm trying to see a vision of a car park. So when I get to the, say, shopping center, there'll be a car park right in front of that shop where I want to be. That always works. See, it's like saying you're going to see the future before you get there. It's all in your head. You see it in your head, of course. So vision board is very similar. You're filling your head when you wake up in the morning with what you want on your vision board, because you know yourself. As soon as you wake up, there are a lot of things our eyes sees, rubbish, whatever. In my room right now, I see a lot of rubbish. Every time I turn my head and see my vision board, I see what I want, not the rubbish in my room, what I want. That's what I want that you're looking also. Now, that's mine. Remember, go to the shop right now. Stop this video, go to the shop, buy yourself a whiteboard and a marker. Come home and just draft up what comes in your head. Where do you want to be in 10 years' time? Where do you want to be in 20 years? What sort of beautiful lady would you like to marry? I'm married, of course. I'm going to confess that. Can't have any more children, but I do want some more children. I have spoken to her on that fact. A vision board is this calendar. Now go into your calendar, click on today's date, and oh yeah, oh, not 19th. Sorry, I've got you people all wrong. I do apologize. Now you notice your date, your calendar on your smartphone. Click on the date, and hallelujah! Oh my God, it's a diary. So in here you can also put your vision in your calendar. Save it. Every day you can come in your calendar and say, oh, okay, what did I do yesterday? Let's have a look. What did I do? Okay, I was still trading. I was making a lot of money. Okay, that's pretty good. Thank you very much. Then you move on to the next date, and you can literally see your days, what had happened. Now let me go back to Friday when this started, and now as you can see the huge amount of income that I'm collecting. Oh, and this is a vision board, and this is not the only young lady that has taken adjustment to Mr. Afford. And here we go. That's another $500 million been invested, and that's the result of what we got in our bank account. So our account has gone up to $52 billion. So this is all I'm going to do. Keep making $500 million every 300 seconds. Bitcoin, let's see the chart. Where's he going? Up or down? Oh yeah, I'm going to go up. No, hold on. What's he doing? Yep, I'm going to go up 300 seconds. Another $500 US million invested. 1, 2, 3. Click. order confirmation, and in the next 300 seconds, I'll have $500 million US recorded in my bank account, or in this trading account, of course. Now, again, I remind you, my birthday's on the 24th, and everything seems to be geared up towards that birthday of mine. And I can probably say quite proudly at this point in time, this is God's present for my 64th birthday on the 24th of March, which is 6 days time. So I got 6 days for perhaps to download as much as I can from the Floodgates of Glory and this open node before I think it might be closed, but we'll see after my birthday. But my 64th birthday, of course, as you can see in this recorded video, has come to huge, wow, I think it's one term. In fact, I must confess, being a billionaire is nothing new to me. I was promoting this, say, desire way back in, say, 2010, and I had called that desire at the time, and I got YouTube video. You go into my YouTube channel and you search for it and you'll find it. And I was calling myself then a new billionaire, and the new spelled N-I-U. That's the representations of where I came from, or Niue, N-I-U-E. So I was promoting myself way back then as a new billionaire. Of course, you are seeing now the reality of what I had desired way back then has come to reality. But it looks like I'm not just going to be a billionaire, but I am actually heading to be a trillionaire. I don't know, I'm not there yet, but it looks like the way these open apps, open nodes is doing in the Floodgates of Glory, investing $500 million every 300 seconds seems to be drawing me closer to those numbers in the next 6 days on my birthday. So we'll see. I'm going to keep making these videos to record these momentous accounts as I go through downloading my huge income that I drafted up, but it has gone beyond my income now. Then my income that I have reached of $500 million, I'm reinvesting the whole lot. I'm not holding back. I'm collecting as much as I can. You can call me greedy if you wish, but it's like some of these game shows that I've been watching. And the game shows, part of their game is if you win, they put you in this room and say $1 million in the room floating around, and you got only a minute to go in there and collect as much as you can within that minute out of that $1 million worth that, freely floating in that little room. So I look at this moment, it's very similar. It's like a lolly scramble. I am scrambling to get as much money as I can from the system. So again, as I said, it's nothing new. I'm just going through the process, and I'm playing some music in the background to enjoy this moment of earning $500 million every 300 seconds. Now, some people are earning not much more than that than I am, but I'm just going to show you mine because I love the idea, and that's what I've been doing anyway. I've been making a lot of YouTube videos in the past. I'm just going to continue building my YouTube channel, and I don't want to boast about my good fortune, but I want to share with you. Your vision board is important to your own dream. Don't worry about mine. There are many thieves and scams out there. I mean, just stay away from those idiots. They should be doing a vision board to get what they want instead of go after other people's good things. Yet they can get their own. So scammers and thieves and liars, use a vision board to get exactly what you want. Stop disrupting everybody else's dream. Go and get your own. And that's my advice to scammers, thieves, and liars. And as you can see, you're watching, if you're a thief in one of those categories, you're watching what my vision board has bought me. Where's my vision board? I use that as part of my vision board. That's part of my vision, of course. It's come alive. Her name is Alina. I hope she'll give us some babies. Anyway, that's my vision board. So if you're a scammer, a thief, a low life, and you need a life, get a life. Get yourself a vision board and write up there exactly what you want. And you don't have to pinch from other people. Your vision board will give you exactly what you want. So you stop interfering with other people's lives and you continue with your life. But of course, when new people are watching my video, start to earn great incomes like this, beware, because you can easily lose it. The best thing to maintain and hold on to your wealth in the future is to make sure to pay the 2 T's. There's actually 3 T's in it. The first T means pay your tithe. This is a order and a command by God for everybody to do. Normally and basically we pay our tithe to the church. That's the place designated to pay our tithes to. Listen up now. Don't get too religious with me. Modern time, they're calling it philanthropists and charity. They're taking the real truth away from the T. That's the first T. If you pay that, and I'll explain why. Just have a listen and practice what Mr. Ford is sharing with you to practice so you can maintain growing your wealth for yourself and your family. And of course, for your community in the future. The second T is called pay your taxes. Get used to paying your taxes. Stop robbing the tax man. Pay your tax. Those two T's, if we fulfill it, and those are Jesus Christ's orders also. He said, pay Caesar's what's owed to Caesar, that's taxes, and pay to God what is deserving to God. You're not paying God. You're paying the people who work for God, who works in the churches, to preachers, and make sure such great things happen. Those are the two T's. And if you really, really want to know what the last T is, pay your tithing, pay your taxes. The last T is this baby here. You'll be welcome up to this area if you follow the first two T's. See the last T up the top there? It says trillion. It allows you access to trillion. That's the third T. Now, those are revelation Mr. R. Ford is sharing with you. And if you go and practice these things that I'm sharing with you today, you could be earning just as much as Mr. R. Ford because of the power of the 3 T's vision board. Just keep dreaming. But anyway, let me make another trade, another $500 million US trade. The order has gone through for another winning of $500 million US into my, say, bank account. Yeah. Oh, birthday present. Well, I'm truly excited. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. So I hope you can take some of these ideas that Mr. Ford is sharing with you. And remember, if you have been following my videos for quite a while, you'll notice my introduction is called Ford Fortune, creating fortunes for the future. Even those words could be coming to reality as you're watching also what Mr. Ford says, what it is. You may not understand. It didn't happen overnight, of course. This particular section has sort of come overnight, but it took me quite a while to build this idea that's becoming a reality today. And as I said, 2010, I think, when I started promoting myself as a new billionaire, but it looks like I'm going to be the new trillionaire. Not to boast, but to share an idea and what you can do for yourself. Now, go out there, get yourself a vision board, start writing up what you love to enjoy in the future. And as I've shown you, I'm not ashamed to sort of, and I can sort of confess, I might be a man who's have beautiful young wives, many of them. I'm saying those things because it seems to be happening. And I hope all my wife will appreciate each other's, that we are called for special moments. Again, that's probably another futuristic sort of state, but what I am experiencing now with these beautiful young ladies, just offering to be friends and offering also to make a lot of money with me. And of course, I'm quite grateful that these beautiful young ladies have taken the time to really encourage me to move into this area, that short-term trading, to create, or say download huge income that I can enjoy in my lifetime. And not all this income is personally for me. Most of it's got to go into businesses. And again, as I said, most of it also, or not most allocations, or some of it's going to go into what is called Ford Waters in Australia. I might as well tell you this. That's another story that God has said to me in prison. Australia needs water in that hot country. In the desert, there's one beautiful area that people can grow abundantly lots of food. The only thing it lacks is water. So Mr. Ford's going to take up what Mr. Bradford, I think, had designed many, many years ago, called Bradford Scheme, I think. And all it was to store water underground. Now, I will have the funds then to take over that proposal or that idea or the plan, and I'm going to call it the Ford Water in Australia, and capture monsoon rains or floodwaters up north of Australia, pipe it to, say, the middle of Australia, for example, or some of the hottest part, or wherever there's plenty of sun. Allow farmers or whoever to use that Ford water, irrigate their dry, barren land, and grow food for the whole world. So you're hearing some of the prophecies right now, what some of these money is going to go in. It's just not going to go into my pocket. It's going to go into an area or infrastructure to help society, human beings on this life. So I'm looking forward to that. And of course, looking forward to working also with some of the rich mind of this world. People like that I admire, like the Warren Buffett, and of course now Elon Musk, Bill Gates, some of the people that I have always believed somewhere along the line in the future, be, working with them, shaking hands, having dinner, and maybe play golf with them. We'll just play some funny games. But anyway, back to where we were talking about. I'm drifting away there. As you can see, my imagination goes beyond me. In 2 seconds, I'm going to be earning another $500 million into my account. So, but look how much the account balance is worth now. $53 billion. So you're watching the reality of Mr. Ford. And again, I emphasize the statements that I always put out on my videos. It's really calling out in the future. And oh my God, is the acknowledgement that I do love my God, Jesus Christ, and the Holy Ghost. Every time I call out in introductions on my video, Stephen I. Ford, for fortune, creating fortunes for the future. That future now has arrived, and you're witnessing, you're seeing a recording of how these huge wealth is accumulated. Let's continue trading, put some more $500 million in Mr. Ford bank. What's happening here? Okay, something beautiful is happening. I like it. I love it. I absolutely love it. Go up again, 500 million. You might think, looking at my video, that, oh, it's all BS. Okay, that's your truth. I can't make you believe what I am enjoying at this point of time, but I'm leaving a record behind to what God has given a man, all because I believe. That's another belief system, taking what that's already existing. These numbers, as you can see, last number up the top here, it's called trillion. I don't know what the next one will come, but I'm certainly going to aim for that because the opportunity has arrived. That's what's active. My vision, the vision board is yours, nobody else, and this is mine. And if you think for one moment that what I'm showing you in this area is all BS, then you're missing out important reality of your own life. This is my own life. I created it, taking advantage of what has been provided, because it's active, and I'm not going to stop until it actually stops. So you're seeing my vision board. I'm using what I already read there in this vision board, US $500 million income. I'm just using all that to make me lots more. That's no bullshit, my friend. That's a miracle. That's the grace of God. That's what happens when you believe so much in something that you can be number one area. Doesn't matter what people say. I don't even care what you think. That's what I'm saying. But what's more important is, what are you saying about yourself? What are you saying about yourself? Are you calling yourself dumbass, loser? Ooh, hold on. If I'm going to play my music, are you calling yourself no good for nothing? Be careful of those words. Today, I'm going to educate you on your own words. Some of the stupid words I hear people are these words. Say, for example, I'm asking, how are you today? And you know some of the stupid answers they give me? Not too bad. If you stop and think, what is not too bad is, that means they're bad. So why would you want to declare bad in your life? You don't. You just throw away that word. So no, that's one word that you got to throw away. If you've been using it quite often. Not too bad. Okay, throw it out. Even if you don't feel good, or if you don't feel up to it today, and if somebody asks you, how are you today? You say something like this: I am absolutely awesome. Even though you don't feel awesome, just say it. That tells your spirit, for example, or it tells this whole universe, I want a good day, even though you don't feel at that moment of time. And one of the best one that I use, and if people say, how are you, Mr. Ford? I say, I'm in love. And they look at you funny and say, oh, who are you in love with? And say, oh, love with God, love with my wife, love with myself, love my children. I don't have to explain, but when I say I'm in love, that's what it declares. You're loving everything in your life. And some of my, not latest, but some of the other ones I also use. If people ask me, how are you? I just turn around and say, I am on top of the world, thank God. So you can see, you certainly use good words to dictate your life and your future. And today, of course. So use some of these ideas Mr. Ford has given you, because if you're looking at my video right now and you're looking at a man who's generating $500 million a trade every 300 seconds, imagine what you can achieve also in your lifetime when you start practicing some of Mr. Ford's little secret. You can change the world, but do good with it. Don't do wrong with it. This is not about forcing people to do something. This is about you utilizing your vision board and dreams, desires to come to reality, okay? Do not hurt others, because if you hurt others, you're hurting yourself. God hates people who hurt others, so why would you want to hurt anybody? So be careful, okay? Use all your goodness, your blessings to do good. Change the world, change the family, change your community. And of course, if you're living in a rental home and you always wanted to buy a home, just say it. Write it up. I want to buy $1 million home, in Sydney, for example. Sorry, can't be a million now. Sydney's expensive. Say $24 million. Just say it. Write it up. And watch how the miracle of your own words bring those things to reality. Don't be shy. It is your dream. People are afraid of their own dream. But once you get used to it, one day you can come and say, Mr. Ford, thank you. When that moment comes, I know you will. Just you today. Go and put it into practice. Get a notice vision board, writing down your ideas also on that map on the phone I just showed you. Oh, hey, wait. You're talking and not making money. That's not good. Just to be making money here. Come on, people. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. You're seeing a trade, US $500 million, being traded in 300 seconds to make another $500 million in my bank account. As I take this account now from $50 billion, probably to 60 by the end of the night, and I'm trying to see if I can reach near $1 trillion. If it does reach, then you're watching a video of that miracle of a man just sitting at home, clicking away $500 million, maybe while watching porn, perhaps at home. I love porn. I don't care what people say. Porn, how married people, listen to this, people. Porn, how married people keep their flame going, for example. It's a fantasy. So if you hate porn, you're missing out. Use porn to help you and your wife get that excitement when you used to bang each other when you were young. So again, that's Mr. Ford, that's sort of extra for you. I love God. God said, hey, you use porn. It's like I use Viagra. Now, in essence, you're using Viagra. Oh my God. Even the wife is loving that sort of excitement. She even testified, damn, I'm feeling it in areas it never felt before. So you can see all these things that God has created for us. Don't say it's from the devil. God created it. It's up to us to use it appropriately. Now, let's look at a car, for example. How many people that car accident, kills every day? Plenty. But do we call a car evil? No, it's just how it is. So if you hear me talking about porn, then you got the problem, not porn. Porn is a beautiful tool and environment that these people who are making porn are not ashamed to share their holy areas with you, to help get you excited to keep enjoying your wife, for example. I mean, you can call me a sinner. I don't care what you call me, but I'm just sharing with you what God creates. I enjoy. I'd have to be a fool, to have, say, Viagra, for example, in existence and say, oh, that's the devil's thing. Why would I give the devil God's creation? Think about it. Why would I give a good creation of God to give my little fella to attention whenever I want to? Why would I give the devil that? It's God. Oh my God. I don't make out with my wife and say, oh, my devil. No, I say, oh my God. So you can see the point. Consider life as the most beautiful thing and enjoy it. Enjoy what already exists, because God has allowed it to. And if you have trouble with it, then go see a psychiatrist, or even go see a priest. Pray of a situation, not to be ashamed of what God has given us. And the problem is shame. People are ashamed. Remember, Adam and Eve were doing it left, right, and center, anywhere they go in the Garden of Eden. But why did they got ashamed afterwards? Why do you think they were ashamed? They were just ashamed making out with one another. What's wrong with making out? It's a natural thing. Because if you and I are not making out, we don't have us today. If mom and dad didn't make out, you and I wouldn't be here today. So you can see, making love, making out, it's part of life. Would we ashamed of something that God created? I don't understand human being gone from something so beautiful to something so dirty. Yeah, you and I, or every human being in this life exists to babies, of course, came through parents, and that's the fact of life. Enjoy making out. Enjoy porn. Get you going. It's just how it is. If you want to, let's look at food. Say, for example, you've been eating McDonald's all the time. I mean, I'm not saying do, but I'm sure McDonald's gets a bit tasteless after a while, so you move on to Chinese, India. And you see what I'm trying to say about porn. This diversification will allow you to enjoy the creation of what's called life. Use porn. Meet your wife. Come and enjoy porn with you, even though she might hate it. And it helps you keep your marriage alive. It make you feel young again. And use it. That's it. Use it. God created it. Just use it. Thank God. Don't thank anybody else. Say, God, thank God. Continue. All right, babbling on too much there without doing the real work, eh? Oh my God. Oh my God. Hold on. One more trade and I turn the video off. But I was going to continue trading. 3, 1, 2, 3. Again, you're witnessing $500 million being traded in 300 seconds. And it gives me 100% return. And I've been shifting these, or the payment goes straight into what it's called USDT. But just last night, I shifted some of that huge income into separate coins. But because of the fluctuation, it's driving my total down a little bit. So I'm going to have to monitor that. And if it's not working out, then I'm going to transfer all those other coins back into USDT. Because USDT is stable coin, with the other coin I was trying to make more out of coin fluctuation, right? Only because Bitcoin I saw last night was, I don't know, I hope I was right. I don't know. It was trading around about $25,000. Oh, pardon me. That was what inspired me to move the coins out of my USDT into separate coins. I was hoping to capitalize some also on the growth of cryptocurrencies. But if that be the case, then I'll be doing pretty well with my coin that's already been won. That'll just sitting in the USDT. I can probably accumulate a little bit more with individual coins in the amount of coins that I purchase, of course. But anyway, this is Stephen I Ford from I Ford Fortune, creating fortunes for the future. All my loyal fans and subscribers, YouTube subscribers, thank you. I wish you well, and may these teachings that I have shared with you in many of my videos, that you'll be blessed by it. Take some and put it into practice. Remember, even if you do make a mistake, it's not the end of the world, my friend. Shake the mistake away and move to the next best thing. Just keep moving forward. Now, not everything we plant in life will always grow, and the same attitude with investment. Not every investment or every money that you put in investment is going to grow. That's just the nature of it. Just don't focus on the lose. Focus on the big wins, like you're seeing Mr. For big wins right now, because I have drafted it up myself. I cause the effect. You can cause it, but just use some of the tools that I've been showing you on my video, especially the vision board tool and the vision board on your calendar on your smartphone. Use that too. Just write things down. Get used to writing. Remember, when you're writing your ideas. Why would you want to read somebody else's ideas like Mr. Ford? But of course, Mr. Ford's ideas are great. You can't complain about that. You've got to be thankful. But what I'm really saying is your own ideas are just as good. But if you say, I don't know what to write, it's called think. Stop, think, write. The thinking is the things that comes in your head. And the things that might come in your head might sound crazy. It doesn't matter. Look at Harry Potter. Harry Potter was only an idea from a lady. And look how, what's the bestseller? Didn't you see what I'm trying to say? So your idea might sound crazy. It doesn't matter. Write them down. And you watch through the power of writing your ideas down how it might manifest exactly in the future. Manifest means comes true. But don't just write and disregard what comes out of your head. What comes out of your head is important to you, not to anybody else, to you. So these are the things that comes out of my head that you are witnessing my videos because of those facts. It's nothing that people has given to me, but I have used some of the people's ideas, like the people who teaches. The person who wrote the book Think Rich, Grow Rich, Napoleon Hill. I took some of his ideas and put it into practice, and also the ideas from another program called The Secrets. I've taken some of their ideas and put it into practice also, and of course, these are the reality of putting ideas, other people's idea, into practical reality. So if you take some of my ideas and use it, you too can make these huge changes in your life. And I'm only making $500 million every 300 seconds because those ideas I have put into practice. So I'm not doing anything illegal. I'm just clicking through what has been offered in this wonderful platform that I'm trading right now. Hold on, change that to 300 seconds. Has given me that opportunity, 500, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, to exercise exactly what my vision board and my designs are. Thank God for these short-term trading platform. Thank God, may they continue to be a blessings to those who believe. At the time, when I was introduced to it by these beautiful young ladies, and of course one of those young ladies, her name is Larissa. But short-term trading, she was one extremely young lady that introduced me to it and helped me in the early beginning. Larissa, beautiful girl, gave me this opportunity. At the time, I didn't really believe, but now do I ever believe what you have given me and my family. You have allowed me to access short-term training to receive this huge income in 300 seconds. So I'm grateful. And there are many people that I met on, throughout my life, and mainly through the internet, of course. Another one, I think, is Daniel. He's really encouraged me. But this latest one that I want to pay tribute to are the amazing ladies that just came out. God provided them trading, and these are the results of those young ladies. They really gave their heart to make sure Mr. Ford stay with short-term trading, because these are the things now has become off that. Alina, my darling, this is the account we traded, and we lost 900 last week, I think it was. But this account accelerated because God gave me the open node, and the open node is also part of the Floodgates of Glory, and that's of course has activated this momentous moment in my life, from a small account now to well over $50 billion, going towards 60 billion. And the account at the time was only a test account, but Alina, faithful young lady that helped me, our acquaintance of course will continue as time evolves. But in the meantime, I'm just going to keep pumping my account up with $500 million US every trade until such a time when maybe God said, yes, I think you got enough. I can see this account probably going up to trillion. But nevertheless, that's my vision board that's come alive. Importantly, don't be jealous of mine. Don't even try thinking of coming and pinch some of mine. Get your own. And I've shown you a way how to get your own. Use the vision board. Because you come and pinch mine, you'll end up in jail. That's how easy it is. Worse off, you could be dead. You cannot go and pinch off other people's money. Scammer, thieves, liars. You do that, you'll be dead. Not because I'd say so, because the God that looks after me deals with illegal people. So that's a warning to scammer, thieves, robbers. Don't muck around with holy people. You're putting yourself into jeopardy. Go and have a goal for yourself. Use a vision board and get exactly what you want from your own ideas in your head. Don't discount your ideas. Your ideas are wonderful. The problem is you've been listening to fools' ideas. That's why you end up in other people's dreams, for example. So get away from that. Get back to your own dreams. Even if you're the baddest thief in this world, you can change your life by changing your notice board and do the right thing. But anyway, as Mr. Ford continued to enjoy his $500 million every 300 seconds, you're seeing a miracle. It can only be a miracle. I used to watch people who win lottery and wonder how in God's name do those people become so lucky. I've just come up in that lucky area of life, and you're witnessing Mr. Ford's lucky winning lottery. Every 300 seconds, he collects $500 million safely into his account. Anyway, hey guys, I better cut this video short. I'm going to also have my coffee. This is Stephen I Ford from I Ford Fortune. I love you. We love you. God loves you. And we see you on my next video. Bye for now.